I mean, you are Kit Holoff.
I am Kit Holoff, right?
Yes. I mean, it sucks. Yeah. It sucks to be your brother.
Just ask him.
Well, his brother made the Wayne crane.
My brother did, yeah.
The Wayne crane?
The Wayne crane.
Please tell.
My brother, Wayne Cuban, he is a genius.
Yes.
And when we were children, we used to be in our bedroom, and he would make, first of all, you have to understand the insanity that they would pursue. He would take a little tack nails, and he would put them up in the ceiling, and he would bend them, and then he would put yarn, and there was yarn strewn upon the ceiling everywhere, like a spider's web.
Yeah,
everywhere. And then on the top of the bunk bed, we had bunk beds. He would have handles, which I actually referred to as levers. And I would come into
not levers, but levers.
Levers.
He went all British on it.
Oh yes. And I would come into the room, and my brother would go, "Okay, see that item down there?" And it was like one of my GI Joes or something, you know. And he would go, or my big Jims, and he'd go, and he'd go, "Where do you want me to move that to?" And I'm like, I don't know. How about over here? And he's like. And he would get these cranes. Dun 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 dun. And he would like move that shit all the way across the room, and I was like, "Oh my God, you're a god!"
The Wayne crane.
It was called the Wayne crane.
That's fantastic. And how happy were your parents about the tacks in the ceiling?
They didn't even care. Listen, you have to understand. My brother's the kid that had the 51 and 1 electrical kit that like you could do 51. Whatever, I don't even know what they call that shit, but
I have one.
Oh, you know,
yeah.
It was an experimental kit where you could do all these experiments, and there's like 50 experiments you could do on this one board.
And one.
Yes. My brother designed an electrical kit that if I grabbed the handle of the doorknob, it would electrocute me just enough
so that you wouldn't die.
I wouldn't die, but it would make me so frozen I couldn't grab it. I could not grab the door handle.
I couldn't unlatch.
And I'd be like, and he'd be like, "Are you done?" He'd be doing a John Rickard. "Are you done?"
Your brother talks like a sexy like phone sex operator. I like that.
And then he didn't do it, and I'd be like, my hand would be still like, And he called this the Wayne crane.
The fact that your hand was like that, that's the Wayne crane.
I'm just kidding, dude. But it's funny because he literally was that smart. And he would have like a little sign. He had this one thing. This is the best thing.
Shit out of you.
Okay, I gotta go on. I got two more stories. Okay. The one we would have the potato canyon or cannon. Potato, not canyon. Cannon.
Potato canyon. I remember those days. Man, back in potato canyon.
She was so sweet. No, potato cannon. And it would be like 4 tubes of tennis ball containers taped together with isopropyl alcohol.
Yep.
And potatoes. And we would shoot them in the air hundreds of yards.
Yeah.
Because he was smart enough to understand how to put together a chamber underneath the cannon to make it shoot farther.
So potato gun is what he had.
Yeah. But it wasn't like your normal one you would see like on YouTube. It was like the super version.
And it was made out of tennis ball
cans, yes. And he would put a potato in there, and we could shoot from our backyard over our house all the way across the street into the. It was called a circle sack. They called them cul-de-sacs.
Cul-de-sac, yeah.
Into the cul-de-sac, potatoes. This is like, guys, we're talking 200-300 yards here. These things were like lethal.
No, dude, like the cops will mess you up if they catch you with one of those.
I was holding it. It was like this.
Dunk.
Yes. It shut up. It was like, oh God. And my brother didn't even care if he killed anybody. It was like, did you kill someone? And all the kids would be like screaming. Ah! because they're playing flag football out in the cul-de-sac. and a potato would land.
Fucking
but
potato
one,
from hell.
Because no one died. It was cool.
Yeah.
And look, it's a potato.
And all those kids were my friends though.
Manna from heaven.
So my friends, we would all hang out when I wasn't with my brother, and they're like, your brother's like that guy.
That guy.
He's like the dude that like builds the evil shit that kills people.
Like gonna have a ray gun or something.
So the second story, he builds this bomb. Okay.
Oh, nice. What? Him?
Sorry, my bro, but like we're like hanging out. I'm like out in the front popping caps with a
hammer.
Dude, it sounded so gangster right there. I was popping caps.
If people on the internet don't know what that is, back in 1970s, it's like you take a wrench, and these little caps are like little.
And they come on little red
Caps.
pieces of paper.
Yeah,
they're gunpowder.
In a roll.
Yeah.
And you like go boom, boom, and they go pop,
Or you hit the whole roll with a brick.
and it's go boom.
Yeah.
So my brother.
I like how yours is always like more hillbilly. That's what I appreciate.
Hi, man.
Well, if you pull it out just a little bit and then light an edge on fire, it'll burn all the way up to the roll and then explode.
So my brother's like, oh, that sucks. And he's like, I'm going to build a bomb. So he builds this thing. And back in those days, we had garbage. The garbage dispensers were in the ground. You kicked this little lip, and it lifted the lid up, and you put the garbage can in the ground.
Mm-hmm.
And then you let go of the lip, and the lid goes down.
Yeah.
My brother's like, stand on that.
Okay.
And I'm like 10 years old. And I'm like, okay.
Okay.
And I stand on it, and he builds this bomb. And he puts it in there and he blows it up, and this is no exaggeration. I flew across the yard. It had to be, and I would say
Nobody died, so it was cool.
to be conservative, I would say I flew 20 feet in the air.
So is your brother, is he bald too?
Yes.
Okay.
Kind of baldish.
Does he have a cat? Does he pet it like this?
Right. Is his name Dr. Claw by any chance?
Is he a supervillain?
He could be. And I'm telling you, this is when we were kids, and he was a mad scientist. And it was so funny because all I can think about now is like, how did that lid not turn into shrapnel
Right.
and go up into my body? And
I'm
kill
sure
me?
he thought about it somehow.
Oh, he didn't. No, he thought about how high I could fly.
How old?